I have honored to have with me today Varun Tumala and Nandini. Nandini is an integration specialist having 13 plus years of experience in web methods and Oracle Middleware Fusion. She provided integration expertise to a broad range of industries, including utilities, healthcare, and aviation. Varun is Senior Manager Digital Integration at Kelton Tech. He's an enterprise integration expert who has delivered several data integration solutions and platforms for industries like supply chain, healthcare, insurance, and consumer electronics, to name a few. But before we get started on to today's topic, I would like to provide you with a brief corporate overview of Kelton Tech. Kelton Tech has been a pioneer of digital transformation for the past decade, with operations in North America, Europe, and Asia Pacific. Our clients range from startups to Fortune 500 companies, with the core strength supported through our ISO 9001 certification and CMMI Level 5 compliance. We are a 1500 plus employees strong and are a publicly traded company. Kelton Tech is a new age global IT services consulting company. We design, develop, and operate digital technologies that create new business models for our clients. Our digital services cross six major pillars. Digital transformation. Our digital services span IoT, social, mobile, analytics, and cloud-based solutions. Digital integration provides integration services in support of your digital systems. Digital enterprise, intelligent enterprises and SAP solutions as an outsourced product development, product development and support services. Digital commerce and marketing delivers omnichannel e-commerce solutions focused on improving the overall customer experience. And IoT-enabled platform solutions, IoT solutions for majorly for the oil and gas and manufacturing industries. Now I'll hand over to Varun to begin the webinar by describing the agenda. Over to you, Varun and Nandini.
Yeah, thank you, Jatin, for the brief introduction. And good morning and good afternoon, everybody. Thank you all for joining this webinar. Thank you for giving us your time. So the agenda, high level, the agenda we are trying to explain how to mature your DevOps environment. We are assuming that you have the basic setup in your environment, and we will go through different topics and introduce enterprise level DevOps automation tool called Flexagon and its key features. And we will explain and we will also touch upon specifically web methods environments and how to automate the DevOps in web methods environments. And we will, as part of this agenda, we'll discuss the key features of Flexagon, a FlexDeploy enterprise tool, build automation, deploy automation, and the workflows in Flexagon, as well as pipelines. And then we will jump into deep dive into web methods plugin from Flexagon and its key features. Then we will discuss about deployment without CI/CD and how we traditionally used to do and the challenges involved in there. And then I will discuss the FlexDeploy WM plugin and its value. And we have prepared a short demo at the end of the webinar, and that will introduce you and show you at a high level how Flexagon is used to automate the deployments in web methods environment. Nandini, you can take over.
Oh, thanks, Varun. Hello, everyone. Welcome to FlexDeploy DevOps Platform webinar. You can go to the next slide, Varun. Yeah. So today we'll learn about what is FlexDeploy, how will it help us in the DevOps stream and everything. So FlexDeploy is a DevOps platform for continuous delivery and release automation. It helps enterprise IT to reduce their workload while improving the speed and quality. FlexDeploy provides a comprehensive and integrated solutions. It helps to speed up software delivery by establishing repeatable, high quality, and cost-effective software solutions. FlexDeploy reduces the errors and lower your risk of failed deployments by automating processes with plugins. It helps to decrease the cost associated with manual tasks, scripting, and deployment-related outages by providing high degree of automation using plugins and third-party integrations. FlexDeploy increases the visibility and automate the provisioning, build, deploy, and test and release across environments. So adopting the Flex Deploy continuous delivery increases the velocity of the delivery and feedback life cycles and helps manage the cost and risk of delivering and maintaining the software-based solutions. So overall, it helped many companies to decrease their deployment time by 50%. So it will help IT teams to adopt agile, innovative methodologies that decrease the complexity while accelerating release and feedback cycles. So let's look at the third-party plugins and the plugins and integrations, what they have. The next slide. Okay. So Flex Deploy is all about, as I was saying, it's all about DevOps, CI/CD, release orchestration processes, and automation to speed up the software delivery and development while improving the quality, risk, and cost for on-prem and cloud-based technologies. So think about Flex Deploy as an integration fabric. The better it integrates with the tool chain, the higher level of productivity and efficiency is achieved throughout your process. Flex Deploy includes broad integration capabilities across native out-of-box integrations, frameworks, webhooks, and APIs. So while Flex Deploy is a comprehensive and integrated tool, it is also open and extensible, making it easy to integrate to the existing tools in your tool chain and IT landscape. So Flex Deploy plugins and integrations connect your existing tool chain to reduce silos and automate manual tasks, alleviating the burden on your team. Flex Deploy plugins hide these complexities by presenting itself to the user as a set of flexible and easy to manage configuration properties. Flex Deploy includes pre-built integrations and plugins for open source and commercial technologies like version control systems like Git, Subversion CSV, test and quality systems like tools like JUnit, JMeter, SonarQube, SoapUI, Ready API, many application servers, database applications, cloud providers, change management tools, build tools, middleware, issue management, and many more. Flex Deploy integrates with other DevOps tools like source control, issue tracking, and change management using webhooks. So what are webhooks? So webhooks are essentially real-time push notifications to any number of subscribing applications. So webhooks enable a broad spectrum of integrations for the streamlining your DevOps solutions. There are native integrations and examples for our GitHub, GitLab, and Slack to enable continuous integration, dynamic release creation, external approvals, and more. Flex Deploy makes it easy to establish powerful integrations with any tools which support webhooks. So the latest version of Flex Deploy includes a powerful framework for outbound webhooks, which complements with the inbound webhook frameworks, which was in the earlier versions. Let's look at the Flex Deploy key features. So Flex Deploy platform makes it easy to establish continuous delivery pipelines, introducing extensive automation, improved controls and repeatability, and visibility like you have never had before. So the Flex Deploy provides a comprehensive and integrated yet open platform that supports the core pillars of the DevOps and continuous delivery. So what are these core pillars? The first one is build automation and continuous integration, deployment automation, test automation, and release pipeline orchestration. So let's look at all these in detail. Let's go into the build automation slide. Okay. So Flex Deploys provides out-of-box build and packaging automation, artifact repository, and continuous integration features that help to eliminate complexity. It supports both traditional builds and enables continuous integration for infrastructure, middleware, databases, as well as cloud native and containers, reducing timelines, errors, and quality concerns. So it supports build automation and continuous integration features for traditional, full, and partial builds. So it integrates with the source control tools like Git, SVN, TFS, and more. It handles the entire build and packaging process, including assembling configurations, code binaries, properties, and many more. Flex Deploy provides built-in artifact repository to improve the version management of build artifacts. So this will also help us to reduce the cost with the external repositories, and it provides it stores the versioned artifacts in the artifact repository. So Flex Deploy helps us to easily configure test strategies across environments, including unit tests, functional tests, performance tests, or any other quality tests. So the results of these tests are actionable immediately upon failures. So this will increase the speed of problem resolution. So it easily integrates, as I said before, it easily integrates with many testing tools like SOAP-UI, Ready API, SonarQube, and many more. So let's look at the deployment automation now. So Flex Deploy, deployment automation is like a streamlined software development and operations, heart of that. So Flex Deploy automates deployments to any environment for rapid testing and improvement, delivering the software businesses needs faster. Flex Deploy supports deployment of on-prem and cloud resources, code, the middleware configuration, and related server management operations. Flex Deploy helps us to accelerate deployment timelines to help us to create fast, repeatable, and automated processes that will streamline the deployments across environments. It eliminates the time-consuming manual and script tester using the out-of-box plugins. So what plugins do we have? What plugins does Flex Deploy support? So the Flex Deploy has out-of-box plugins for Oracle, Webmethods, Delboomi, Google, Microsoft, Salesforce, and other key business platforms, services, and tools. So we don't need any complicated scripts necessary. Go back, Chetan, it's still in the deployment slide. Flex Deploy allows to quickly roll back to, so we also have the rollback capabilities. So what do we have here? So Flex Deploy allows us to quickly roll back to previous working versions, mitigating the impact of the failed deployments, and it also minimizes the duration and the impact of the system interruptions. So overall, Flex Deploy simplifies the deployments, providing the consistency and visibility across environments. So let's look at the automated build and deployment workflows. Next slide, Chetan. Okay. So what are workflows? So workflows are the defined orchestration which are executed for a build and deployment process. So these orchestrations in the workflows include combination of plugins. Plugin operations are a basic workflow operations such as variable assignments, conditional, looping, and many other constraints. So there are three different main types of workflows that Flex Deploy uses to work for this build and automated build and deploy workflows. The first one is build workflow. So the build workflow is used for building the project. So this is used to get the source files from the source control system and other sources and create the artifacts. So that is deployed to the target environment. So the second workflow is the deployment workflow. So this workflows will include the plugins to deploy the environments or the artifacts to the target environments. So the third one is the utility workflows. So these utility workflows are used for executing specific operations on a target environment like customization files or bringing the servers, starting and stopping of the servers. All these are utility workflows against any specific instances. So utility workflows does not deal with any artifacts. So workflows are configured on each project, which allows project to perform, build, and deploy operations. And in case of utility projects, allows for execution of desired commands. Let's look at the next slide. Yeah. So the next one is a release orchestration. So what is a release pipeline orchestration? Release pipeline orchestration features streamline and orchestrate the end-to-end software delivery process to increase the stability and productivity and increase the quality. The release automation capabilities improve the planning and execution of the changes across the pipelines, ensuring well-coordinated and highly effective delivery. So Flex Deploy release orchestration automation tools work with your processes and tool chain to achieve the consistency and repeatable release processes. It helps us to control and govern the changes using approvals and schedules. It ensures quality using automated and manual test steps, gains insights for improved decision-making and auditing. So Flex Deploy orchestrates infrastructure through application deployments and release optimization via dynamic release pipelines. So what are these pipelines? So let's look at the pipelines in the next slide. So if you see here, this is a traditional release pipeline. So what is the release pipeline, right? A pipeline is a workflow which orchestrates the delivery of snapshots across the stages and environments. So a pipeline. In this pipeline, you see that it's a traditional life cycle, right? In SDLC, we have a development, QA, production environments. So how do we put them into the pipelines? So if you see here, we have a development stage, QA stage, production stage. So development stage, each stage has gates and steps. So gates are the checkpoints where the possible checks are made. Say we have the quality checks, the testing checks, approvals, change management checks will be done in the gates. And all the deployments, like deploying your projects, running your test cases, verifying the test results, will be done in the steps. So in this example, the dev stage has no gates because the developers are allowed to directly deploy anything into the project, deploy all the projects directly. And then we have the QA, where the QA has all the gates, which is like the dev quality check, QA manager approval, and we can also schedule these deployments on a scheduled time, say every day at 12 p.m. or every day at 2 o'clock or weekly. We can schedule these deployments, followed by the steps for deploying all the projects, running the functional regression test, verifying the quality, and notifying your QA manager in saying that the tests are passed or failed. Similarly, for the production, we have the quality check that includes the change management, release manager approval, integrating with the ServiceNow to check the status of the change request, and then followed by the deploying the projects. So this is our traditional, this is how the pipe, the SDLC is integrated and it mixed up into the Flex Deploy. The release automation capabilities improves all these pipe planning, execution of the changes across pipeline, ensuring the well-coordinated and highly effective delivery. Next slide, Chetan. So let's look at the reporting and dashboard. So Flex Deploy provides a visibility throughout the planning, release, and monitoring processes. The dashboards and reports provide the insight to the real-time and historical information, which will help us to improve the decision-making, troubleshooting. It helps us in the auditing, audit compliance, and continuous learning and improvements. So this is a brief introduction for the Flex Deploy, the key features of the Flex Deploy. So I'd like to hand over it to Varun to provide more inputs on the automation of the web methods in Flex Deploy.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Nandini. Thank you for the overview of Flex Deploy and its key features. And once again, thank you all for joining us today. I hope you are all safe during this COVID situation. And now I would like to talk next few minutes about DevOps, particularly in web methods environments. I'm assuming all of you are aware of web methods and its capabilities, and some of you might be having the web methods environment in your landscape. Before we jump into how Flexagon helps in DevOps and CI/CD processes in web methods environment, I would like to take you to good old days where we were solely dependent on deployer for migrating code from lower environments to higher environments. Most of you may also be aware of deployer home screen, that is shown in this picture on the screen. Traditionally, we used to use what we call runtime deployments, wherein code is promoted from one runtime environment to the other. This method of deployment was very time consuming, involving a lot of manual activities like defining the deployment project, and in some cases, like partial package deployments, we have to carefully select the flow services, adapter services, and other artifacts, and then creating deployment maps and candidates, etc. Most of these are manual activities requiring us to repeat for almost every deployment we wanted to do. We could see most of the deployments failed because of one or the other human errors. Not to mention there was a lack of source control, and it gets even more complicated in larger environments involving multiple clusters and instances of web methods components. And we could never integrate the deployments with the testing procedures. Anyways, next slide, please, Jatin. Thankfully, we now have these DevOps concepts, which are supposed to make everything easier and faster. But we try to automate the DevOps in web methods using some of these tools that are shown here. In the latest versions released by WebMethods, however, they have provided more tools to automate the build and deploy process in WebMethods. It is particularly done using a repository-based deployment in deployer and some Ant scripts provided by a component called asset build environment. Without the comprehensive CI/CD product like Flexagon, DevOps automation in WebMethods requires elaborate setup process, of multiple tools, extensive scripting. Typically, it takes a whole project to itself to set up and automate the DevOps process. And it typically involves setting up agents, a lot of configurations. But still, we run into some performance issues like hung jobs in some of the tools and jobs piling up, and which would stop all the releases, and it will delay the releases, and up to some extent cause chaos. This becomes even more difficult when we have to manage dependencies between other projects and teams. Basically, it creates a lot of issues. Next slide, please, Jatin. What we really need for our WebMethods environment is a comprehensive enterprise-wide DevOps automation tool like Flexagon. It is set up once, configured, and it can be used. All the processes can be repeated very easily. Pretty much all the scripting needed is already taken care in Flexagon's WebMethods plugin, and so you only need to do very minimal scripting. That too only when required. This plugin will be able to perform all the tasks that WebMethods asset build environment can do. In addition to that, they can general tasks. They can support all the general tasks supported by Flexagon platform, like migrating configuration files, end-to-end traceability, visibility, release automation, sort of things. Can you go to the next slide, please, Jatin? We can version builds and deployments for easy tracking in Flexagon. Those builds and deployments will be consistent across all environments, and the size of the environments will not be a problem anymore. As adding and setting up new environments is simple as going through a few screens. And since it uses AVE scripts for deploying using repository-based deployments, we can even track these deployments in deployer also. And it is very easy integration with, it has WebMethods, Flexagon has a strong integration with all the popular source control repositories like Git, SVN, and CVS. Can you go to the next slide, please, Jatin? Okay, while you're thinking, okay, some of the things we talked about can be done in Jenkins also, but let's look at the key differentiators between Flexagon and Jenkins. So while Jenkins is open source, it has some limited capabilities. While Flexagon supports almost all of Jenkins capabilities, it also offers additional features, like out-of-the-box features like workflows, pipelines, release automation, version building, versioning of the builds and deployments, and human approvals. And these are just some of the features that we can name. And Jenkins typically requires some level of scripting to create jobs and pipelines, whereas Flexagon, would have taken care of all the scripting, and only configurations and going through a few screens is required. Jenkins works well with simple deployment patterns, but it gets complicated when in bigger environments and like environments with larger dependencies. And Flexagon can take care of this at enterprise level across different technologies and teams and environments. Next slide, please. In summary, when you want to achieve a true DevOps enterprise, in your enterprise, you need a comprehensive platform like Flexagon, and Flexagon also provides agentless architecture, which would be a huge advantage. You don't have to configure the software and agents on different target endpoints, and also it provides easy configuration and completes it gives full support for build deployments, testing, as well as tracking, and it has visibility across all the environments. Next slide, please, Jatin. Now, we have arranged for a quick demo to show how we can easily deploy webMethods code base from one environment to another environment using Flexigon's webMethods plugin. You'll also notice that it will be done by few mouse clicks and navigating through few screens in the Flexigon's UI. Before we get into the demo, here in this slide, I would like to explain the use case, the background about the demo use case and the environment setup we have for the demo. We have built a proxy endpoint in our webMethods environment for COVID Open API. We thought it would be appropriate, to use the, depending on the situation right now we are in. This API provides a list of states in a region, in this case, United States, having certain number of cases in those states in real time. We use a tool called Postman to test the endpoint. First, we will show the results in Postman hitting the target environment's endpoint, which shows all the states in the United States with number of cases greater than 5,000. Then we'll make a code change in lower environment by changing the condition to get the states with 0 reported COVID cases from COVID API. Then we will push the code changes from source environment to Git repository, which is a source control repository. Then we will use Flexigon's webMethods plugin to deploy the code from Git to the target environment. At this point, we'll test the target system endpoint again to show the states reported 0 COVID cases. Please understand that this demo was recorded due to connectivity issues with COVID API. So please watch it and wait for the question and answer session that follows. Jatin, next slide, please. The video slide.
Hi everyone, in this video I am going to demonstrate how FlexDeploy DevOps platform is supporting full build automation, deployment automation and release orchestration. Following is a summary of information that we will cover in this video. We will go through creating the webMethods project build, deploying the webMethods build and automated release process. Now let's look at the steps involved in creating webMethods project. To create a project build, we need to have an SCM repository. In order to create, build and deployment, project and application artifacts must be assembled prior to deployment to any non-production or production environment. These artifacts can include configuration, code binaries, properties, and other elements required for specific technology or product. So we need to configure a third-party source control management tool. For this demo, we are using Git as our source control management tool. Here is the Git repository with the webMethods assets, wherein the project is meant to get the number of COVID cases reported within the range specified using an API. Let's check how this code binary works in our source machine by navigating to Designer. This is the asset that is we are going to build. Let's check this REST API using the Postman. Here, I am parsing the URL of the REST service that is built in the Designer. It is supposed to give the list of states within USA with COVID cases greater than 5,000. As we see the response over here, we got the response as expected, which is giving the list of states within USA with more than 5,000 COVID cases reported. Now let me walk you through the automated build process of this ABE using FlexDeploy. Let's log into the FlexDeploy. FlexDeploy has a graphical drag and drop editor which makes it easy to create, debug and version the processes associated with packaging, deploying across multiple environments. As workflow is ready, let me walk you through the topology administration and the environment management, where on-premise and cloud environments such as dev, QA and production will be defined, including the technologies and the instances. Here is the topology overview. With FlexDeploy environment and instance management, it allows to create whatever environments that are required, so that FlexDeploy can orchestrate activities with defined tools and technologies. FlexDeploy platform consists an artifact repository for version management of build artifacts. To build our assets, let's create a project that is specific with the folder structure of our repository. This is the project and we have to provide the configurations and project properties that must be defined as per the source environment. After providing all the project configurations and the properties, let's build. Let me create a build over here. We can create build by simply clicking on the build icon here, and we can select the environment and the stream of the repository and also the workflow version. For now, I am selecting the active version and creating a build. The build is successful. We can also click on the execution ID and see the artifacts of the successful build, and we can also save it in our local system. As of now, let's go back and continue with deploying this asset to the target. We can deploy the build artifact by simply clicking on the deploy icon over here. And here we have to provide the project version and select the environment, that is to which environment we want to deploy this build. And we can also select the start time to schedule the deployment. For now, I'm not selecting the start time, and we can also select the workflow version. After selecting all the required fields, we can click on submit request, which will deploy the asset into the target environment. The deployment process is completed, and here is the successful execution ID for the deployment. As the deployment is successful, now let's log into the target environment and check the test results of the deployed assets. This is the target environment. Let's check whether the asset which we have deployed from FlexDeploy has successfully got deployed into the target environment. As we see the project here, it has successfully got deployed to this target and has activated. So now let's navigate to the designer and let's see. Here is the package successfully deployed. So now test the service using the Postman. Here I am parsing the REST API with the same condition. Let's wait for the response. And we got the expected response with the list of states with greater than 5,000 COVID cases repeated within the region of USA. And deploying the assets using FlexDeploy can reduce human intervention and hence reducing the errors and other outages. Now let's change the code in source environment and clone it with the Git repository. This is the code binary in the source environment. Now I am changing the condition to get the list of states with zero COVID cases reported. Let me save this. As we have changed the code binary, let us clone it with the Git repository. From my local repository, I have cloned the code binary into the Git repository. Let's check in the Git repository for the new commit message. As we see over here, the newly changed code binary has successfully got committed to our Git repository. Now let's get back to the FlexDeploy and rebuild the code binary and deploy the package to see whether the code change made in the source environment is replicated in the target environment or not. Just click on the build icon and provide all the details and submit request. As we see the build status here, the build is success. So now let's move on with the deploying the asset to the target environment by clicking on the deploy icon over here. And provide all the necessary details and to select the target environment to which the source code has to be deployed and select the workflow version and then submit request. As we see the status of the deployment as success, so the deployment is also successful. So now let's go to our code in the target environment and test the API. This is the code in the target environment. Let's see whether the code has successfully replicated or not. Yes, the condition which we have changed in the source has successfully got replicated in the target environment. Now let's try this API in the Postman. Here I am hitting the REST API. As we have changed the condition to get the list of states within USA with zero COVID cases, we can see the response over here. Yeah, we have got the condition met with the list of cases with zero COVID cases. As we got the response as expected without any errors. And this brings us to the end of demo today.
I think Varun, you can take the Q&A now from the audience.
Yeah, I got that. I have a few questions here. I can go through them. Yeah, we have a question regarding the FlexDeploy installation. Yeah, can we have more than one FlexDeploy installation in our company? Yeah, that's actually a good question. FlexDeploy can scale up for performance and in bigger environments. But for any specific reason, you want to, for example, for different business units, you would like to have different FlexDeploy instances. Yeah, definitely. You can have multiple installations in your environments. Yeah, definitely. And the second question is, what is the cost of licensing and professional services? Yeah, FlexDeploy provides standards, it's a very standard plugin packs that include some integrations. But we are actually their reselling partner. So we can get customized quotes depending on your technology stack and get you additional discounts. So from Kelton Tech, we can even create customized demos and help you through some these product acquisition process. So please reach out to us. You can leave your email address with us, or we will be contacting you, and we can take it further. And we have another question here. It says, can we still continue to use our Jenkins? Yes, absolutely. So FlexDeploy has a plugin which works well with Jenkins. Although we recommend moving all your jobs and pipelines to FlexDeploy eventually, but otherwise it would be probably redundant. But you can continue to use Jenkins for your existing jobs and use FlexDeploy on top of it for its additional features like approvals, reporting, other features from FlexDeploy platform. So I think that concludes our yeah, I have another question here. It says, do you have any demo for embedded Linux C++ code deployment? We don't have it ready, but definitely we can customize it. We can build the demo for you. We'll reach out to you, the caller, the attendee, and we can take it further. Definitely, no issues. There is a follow-up question here. It says, so with FlexDeploy, Jenkins is not needed. Yeah, FlexDeploy can perform all the jobs that Jenkins usually does. So you would not need Jenkins. You can easily get rid of Jenkins in your environment with FlexDeploy. I think that brings to the end of question and answers. Before we close, I would like to apologize for the interruptions and the technical difficulties we had. But we are here, so please reach out to us for any customized demos, or if you'd like to pursue acquiring these licenses, we can work that for you. And thank you again for all your time, and thanks for attending this. Jatin, you would like to add anything?
Yeah, Varun and Nandini, thank you so much. I think that's what we have from the webinar today. If for the audience, if you have any additional questions, please feel free to email us by responding us to the email address on your webinar invite, and we will respond to you promptly. As I mentioned earlier, we will be sending out the recorded version of this webinar in the next few days. Thank you again for joining us. You have been a fantastic audience. If you have any further questions or you would like to continue the conversation, please email us at ask@keltontech.com or visit our website at www.keltontech.com. Thank you, everyone.